So basically, every major tech company is agreeing to put safety brakes on their AI. Meta looked and just ripped them out and decided to slam the gas pedal to the floor. All right, everybody. It looks like there might be a rebellion brewing in the world of AI. So I'd like to take a look at why Meta is the only company refusing global AI safety rules. I want to look at what their newly assembled AI super team is being unleashed to do, and whether they're about to blow past the competition by refusing the slowdown. So this isn't just about a political document. It's more about a calculated, high-stakes strategy to win the AI war. I'm going to show you exactly why Meta is choosing speed over safety. So I know what you're thinking. Okay, so what are these rules that Meta wants to avoid so badly? They're not just vague promises. They're like optional handcuffs with very specific, time-consuming locks. For example, one of the biggest commitments in this code of practice is for constant red teaming. That means hiring teams of experts, basically professional hackers, to constantly try and break your own AI. They try to trick it into saying dangerous things, revealing private data, or creating harmful content. It's a crucial safety step, but it's also expensive, and more importantly, it's slow. It requires pausing development to fix the flaws that those red teamers find. So another handcuff is preparing for radical transparency. The code pushes companies to get ready for laws that requires them to label and watermark AI-generated content. So literally, every deepfake, every AI image, every piece of audio has to be traceable. Again, this adds a huge layer of technical complexity. So while Google and Microsoft willingly put on these handcuffs to show that they're team players, Meta looked at the time, the cost, and the slowdown and said, absolutely not. We need our hands free. So the key takeaway is this. This wasn't a simple disagreement. It was a deliberate rejection of specific source-draining tasks that could slow them down, which leads to the real reason for this rebellion. The super team and the need for speed. So you're probably thinking, why does Meta need to move so fast? Well, because Meta's been assembling a team to win the AI race, and the race has already started. Now this isn't just a theory. As you may have heard, Meta has been on a multi-billion-dollar mission to build an AI super team, and according to all the reports, they're doing it with a level of aggressiveness that we have never seen before. Check this out. Mark Zuckerberg himself has reportedly been sending personal emails to AI researchers at Google's DeepMind, personally recruiting them to jump ship. They're throwing insane amounts of money around. We're talking about salary and stock offers ranging in the millions for top-tier talent, in some cases without even a formal interview process. So their goal is to centralize this talent, to build what they hope will be the world's most powerful artificial general intelligence, or AGI. When you're spending that much money and the CEO is personally poaching your rival's best players, you're not planning on playing by optional rules. Any voluntary pact is a pointless delay. They don't want to be handcuffed by anything until the absolute last second when the final law kicks in. So the real strategy is this. Keep the AI super team completely unchained, let them build, let them break things, let them out-innovate everybody, and with the absolute minimum amount of rules as long as possible. Okay, so Meta's flooring it. What does a future look like where one company is operating without brakes? So on one side, you have all the other major players. They've got the safety brakes. They're running all the testing that they should. They're trying to make sure that all the results that the AI give are going to be genuine, truthful results. There's a lot of concern out there with the AGI as it gets smarter. In fact, as it gets more smart than humans, there's a big concern that how are we going to control it? You know, it's going to be able to lie to us, to deceive us, and it's going to be able to do it in ways that we're not going to fully understand because its level of intelligence is going to be quite a bit higher than ours. So we need to make sure that the way that we're developing and training these models is in a manner that's going to be the safest for the human population. That's what the EU is trying to do with these laws, and Meta just doesn't want anything to do with it right now. They're in the game to win, even if that means risking safety. So Meta could create the next massive breakthrough years ahead of schedule. Or they could have a massive public safety failure because they skipped the voluntary checks. That's what we're dealing with here. It's a high risk, high reward scenario, but it involves the entire world. And the ultimate impact is that Meta is forcing a global experiment in real time. We're about to find out which is more powerful: slow and steady collaboration or raw, unregulated speed. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but I definitely have concerns with what they actually might be planning. So if they're not going to be testing the AI the way that they really need to be for our safety, what does this really say? We're giving so much power to all these different organizations. They're basically companies who are in it for profit. All of the companies are. And now, if they're going to bypass these regulations until the last moment, they're going to be making progressions that, frankly, might not benefit us, but in fact, might genuinely hurt us. Okay, guys, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you believe that they're actually going to be playing it safe? They just don't want to follow the EU's rules? Or do you think there might be something slightly nefarious at play, where they're just going full bore, full steam ahead to try to get any sort of advantage that they can, even at the risk of the safety of the human population? Leave a comment, let me know, and you know what to do. Smash that like button, like AI smashing the human job market, ring that notification bell, and stay tuned for further updates.